What did I get myself into? Man, I'm hungry. So the Army rolled out this thing called H2F, Holistic Health and Fitness. There are 5 domains. You've got physical, nutrition, mental, sleep, and spiritual. Basically everything you're supposed to have together as a soldier, which sounds great until you realize they actually expect you to be good at all of it. It is because of these roadblocks that I'm stepping out of my comfort zone to find out how H2F applies to the Army Reserve soldier. I've been in the Army Reserve for a while, and I do what I'm told. But when it comes to fitness, I've usually done my own thing, and that's bodybuilding. I know how to lift, I know how to train, and I know how to get results. But H2F isn't about that. It's about being ready for anything, not just what you're comfortable with. And for most Army Reserve soldiers, that's the hard part. You've got a full-time job, a family, and everything else going on, and you're still expected to show up ready. So this physical domain, this is where it starts. And right now, I'm about to find out if what I've been doing actually holds up. Having said that, I realize that I cannot do this alone. So let's reach out to an H2F expert.
Here we go. Good, Aungst. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Doing well, doing well. You ready to get started today?
I'm Sergeant First Class Nicholas Rice. I am the Army Reserve H2F System Developer. I know that's a long title. What that means is that I sit at the H2F Directorate and translate what the H2F system looks like in the Army for the Army Reserve.
So is this PRT?
No, it's not PRT.
Okay.
No. PRT had a purpose, but it's not what we're here to do today.
Awesome.
Getting you in some weights, because I know you're familiar with that. Add some things you're not familiar with, but we'll have a good session.
Sounds good. Let's do this.
All right, you ready to get started?
Yep.
We're going to start with something called Tactical Mobility, Active Recovery, and Mindfulness, TMRM. Today we're using it as a warm-up for Sergeant Aungst. I want to see how he moves, how well he feels in the day before we actually get started and do the more intense physical exercise.
So go ahead and take this PVC pipe. I want you to put it overhead. Go ahead and exhale and fold as far forward as you can. Really just trying to round your spine. Good, go ahead and inhale, come back up. But you're going to arch up, look up, and come back down. Good, now you're doing it again through movement. Take a deep breath into your belly, push your belly against your thigh, exhale, arm up. You're looking great, moving smooth. Nice, simple, basic movements. How are you feeling so far?
I think I got the breathing backwards.
Got the breathing backwards, yeah. So as we're going through a lot of this, we're trying to be mindful in the moment, we're trying to be intentional. As we're taking breaths in, and this is gonna be very important in a deadlift, deep belly breaths. In and out through the nose as much as you can.
So today we're in the gym just for a physical training session, but the physical domain is just one of the 5 domains. They all work in concert. It can be individualized for the person. I think that's exactly what you're going to see.
Now I want you a heavy effort here. 20 seconds on, 40 seconds off. We're gonna do this 5 times. Ready to go? As hard as you can for 20, push it, go. Push and pull your feet and your arms, go. Go.
Full disclosure,
Harder.
I left my meal prep at home. I was hungry. And he's asking me to go faster?
I can see him pushing himself. I can see that he wants to do more, that he can do more. And so give him a little bit of motivation, give him a little bit of press, have him look at that wattage, have him see exactly what he can do, and then he gets it. I see the numbers consistently start to rise, and I know what he's capable of.
5 more seconds. You can do anything in 5 seconds. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. And that's it. Relax. You've earned it. You've earned it. Woo. Go ahead and get off that bike. Woo. Woo. Go get some water too.
I'm just hungry. Like protein. Someone bring me some protein.
Hey, I got you guys protein shake.
Awesome, I love protein.
I know you love protein. I love protein too.
All right, so with all the warm-up done, we're gonna get into deadlift. Exercise I know you're familiar with, but you typically do a lot of training toward bodybuilding, right?
Correct.
And you wanted something new. So we're gonna throw a little bit of some familiarity with something that's new.
He is a bodybuilder, right? That's his bread and butter. He knows how to pick heavy things up and put them down, but he doesn't always do that in complex movements. So what I want to do is ensure that I can teach him what it feels like to move heavy weight fast. I need him to be explosive. So with the deadlift, I gave him an EMOM, every minute on the minute, same intensity, over and over again. He moderates his rest depending on his overall output. And I'm watching to see how quick he moves, how efficiently he moves. And I gotta say, he had really good form, but he needs to understand how to move a little bit quicker.
This is closer to real life. You don't get breaks. You just keep moving.
People think, oh, bodybuilders are just a bunch of hot air, you know, and it's like,
Protein.
I'm really trying to keep that functional level of health with my diet, with my lifestyle, so that I can keep up with the Joneses, so I can keep up with my kids, so I can keep up with my soldiers. I'm gonna have one of you young guys come out here and challenge me, all right? So us old boys gotta.
Us old boys, we gotta hold our own. Them young bucks are always coming for the title. And I ain't gonna give it to them without a fight.
You went a little bit early there. I won't hold it against you. Last one, on the way down. All right, let's get to the next session.
At this point, it's not about how much weight you can move. It's how long you can keep moving.
You know why I like this sport, right?
Oh yeah, weightlifting?
So I can't sing and I can't dance. I got a lot of discipline. All I gotta do is pick it up and put it back down, right?
That's very true. All right.
Okay, let's find out.
In this case, we're gonna pick it up, put it down, swing, squat, a bunch of different things. With conversations with him, I noticed there's certain things that he wanted to work on. He wanted to improve a little bit of his hip capabilities, some squatting, some deadlifting. So I thought I'd throw in a novel exercise with a kettlebell swing that introduces a little bit of squat. Come back, swing forward, come back, squat, come back, swing forward, come back, squat. That full swing, back, squat complex is 1 rep. But let's see what it looks like before we actually get in 1 rep.
Complex, got it.
This is why I don't do CrossFit. This might have been a bad idea.
Stand up with that weight, form looks great. Gonna get into it with a traditional kettlebell swing, so hinge back, swing forward, hinge back, and squat. Hinge back, swing forward, hinge back, and squat. All right, not getting it at all, kinda. Go ahead and put the weight down.
I'm swinging.
You're swinging indeed. So I noticed he didn't have the coordination to do that complex movement. Instead, I'm gonna throw in a swing, I'm gonna throw in a carry. Something to challenge the core, some unilateral stability. That way it bleeds into the AFT and to something else that I'm gonna have him do a little bit later.
I need to get some food. It's the downside of bodybuilding. We're always hungry.
This exposes what you're not good at real quick. You can't hide your weaknesses in this.
Ready? Good to go? Let's do this. Right, you got it. Breathe deep. And out through your nose. And make sure that you get more carbs. Ready? Get it, brace, stand, go. So although we're in a gym and Sgt. Aungst is lifting heavy, this is where he lives and breathes. This is his sport, but it's important to understand that physical training is gonna look different for everybody. For you, it may be going on walks with your dogs or with your kids and your family. It may be going for runs. It may be going to a group aerobics class, but it's very important to understand this is gonna be very individualized. It's going to be specific to you. Here, this is him.
What did I get myself into? Man, I'm hungry.
Somebody give this man some protein!
No. Is this the plan? Is this what everybody's gonna see in the future? Is this what H2F looks like?
I don't think H2F looks like any one thing, right? Because for every individual, it's gonna be a little bit different. For a unit that wants to focus on maybe they have an AFT coming up, maybe this is good. For a unit where they're just trying to do normal physical training or individual soldier, it's gonna look completely different. But the idea of going through a proper warm-up, a really good session, and a nice cool down, being mindful the whole time, that is H2F.
This exposed a different side of fitness. It's not just about strength, it's about endurance and pushing through when you're already tired. Now I think I'm starting to understand what H2F is all about.
So, I'm full-time, right? I have access to facilities, but what about the reserve soldier, the one who's out in the middle of nowhere? How can they implement H2F in their lives?
This physical expression, the physical domain, is gonna look different for everybody. But what we are trying to get soldiers to understand is H2F for them isn't something they're doing in battle assembly. It's not something where we're trying to get them in shape during that weekend. They're gonna eat every day, they're gonna deal with stress every day, they're gonna communicate with every day. They have some type of purpose, identity with their community, with their family, with their work. What we're trying to do is help them understand how do they take the elements of that and apply it and improve upon it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad it's over.
Oh, you think we're done?
Yeah. No?
No. We just got started. So this is just a physical session. Later today I have something special for you.
Oh. Yeah, I have a friend with a particular set of skills. We're gonna tie in a little bit of physical and mental domain with his spiritual domain, a little bit of his why.
I would certainly enjoy that. Let's do this.
All right, let's get after it.
A particular set of skills. I'm already tired. I'm hungry. But I'm intrigued. I lift weights. I don't do this. I did combatives level 1 and 2 many years ago. But I gotta protect this face.
There he is.
A particular set of skills?
Yes, indeed. Turn on.
Hey, I'm Major Hedrick Cintron. I am the H2F System Manager for the Reserve. And today we're gonna put Sergeant Aungst through a hell of a workout through Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Hey, thanks for coming early. That's gonna give us enough time to get you nice dressed up and pretty to get out here on the mats.
It's gonna take a lot of work.
I could tell. First thing I thought when I saw him walking in is, damn, can't fix that face. So we'll get you set up and then class will be starting here in a little bit and we'll get you prepped. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good. Let's go.
All right, whoa. Let's stay off the mat. We don't want to get the funk from the outside on your shoes onto the mat, brother.
My bad. I'm used to lifting. It's controlled and predictable. This is different. You either know what you're doing or you don't.
Typically what we like to say is that the hardest belt to earn in jiu-jitsu is the white belt, because the hardest thing to do is to come through the door the first time, right?
Yeah, it was pretty difficult for me not knowing I was going to be here today.
Nice and pretty.
I feel like a miniature sumo wrestler.
Test your might.
That's your first step towards the journey right there. Getting to black belt typically takes like 10 to 12 years. You got to start at day one though, right? Also, when we're out there, they're allowed to grab you with this and choke you with it. So if it's kind of out there, you might get a belt around the neck. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, this is a little much.
That technique really matters. And if you have the dominant technique, you have the dominant strategy, you always win.
And ours is the dominant figure.
Yeah, the dominant figure. Now, being bigger and stronger always helps. But
Well, I'd like to think I'm functional. We'll definitely find out how functional
that's
my
right.
fitness
that's
level
right.
is.
So let's go ahead and get this class started. Seeing this bodybuilder walking in with all that strength, first thing I was thinking is, you know, he's probably gonna focus and rely heavily on those muscles that he has. And when he's gonna be out here on the mats doing that, he's gonna get worn out completely and quickly. So we'll probably see him getting tired quick and then rolled around like a little ball. Or a big ball, a big muscly ball. Today's class is just gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna do a little more high-paced things, getting our energy out and having a great time. Okay, so let's go ahead, bow in.
I've never bowed before. What level of Cobra Kai is this?
This is my friend, Sergeant Aungst. He's here to learn a little jiu-jitsu today, so you're gonna help me out, all right? Let's get some clinching. Let's go ahead. All right, so we're here. Ooh. So instead of clinching the head, we're gonna go overhook and underhook. Overhook, underhook.
Like this?
So right here, you're going over the head. We're gonna go swim in, over. There you go. There you go.
I'm not very coordinated. This is new, but I think I'm figuring it out. As long as I don't start throwing people around, I'll be all right.
Pow. All right. So that's just an example of the normal Uchimata, but we're gonna work on it from the clinch. There you go. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I don't know what that was, but it looked funny. So it looks like he's picking up these techniques pretty quickly. It looks like we got something that we could work with here.
Not so bad.
So in this case, first thing I want to do is, now from here I can flare up. Once it's flared, swim this hand inside, turn to your right hip and shrimp your butt out to the left. Pinching those knees together to bring that inside thigh. Now it's the knee level. A lot of times called John Wayne sweep. It's pretty good. Your inside knee, the knee that's inside the half guard, is doing all the work. My feet are both going to be on the outside. So now you got to watch out for these submissions. So what my suggestion is, keep your elbows in nice and tight, because when your elbows come away, now your limbs are isolated.
There's a lot more technique to this than I thought. And these guys, they make it look easy. It's not.
Half guard, go. Break. All right. Up on the wall, Abel.
First one out.
These guys may or may not be stronger than me, but in this particular situation, they're more efficient. Every movement has a purpose.
Oh, escape, closed. That was good. That was very good.
Going against the purple belts is more fun because there were more resistance. It seems like the white belts were trying to learn just like I was. So inexperience versus inexperience, it can be a bit confusing. But when you go against the purple belts, they kind of know what they're doing, so you can use a little more force, which made it more fun.
Got 5 seconds.
It's like I'm trying to muscle some of these folks. But if you're not like fast, then it's like 2 seconds, wrong move, you're done.
That's right. So a lot of it, once you learn a lot of the techniques, the first thing, the best thing you'll learn is how to work these techniques with the proper timing so you don't have to use any muscle. Once you're using strength, muscle, and hard grips, you get worn out immediately.
Well, that's why you're not sweating.
Oh, that and I'm standing around watching, telling you what to do, right? For me, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is what I like to do to stay fit. If you notice out on the mats, my wife was actually out there, and my whole family does it as well. My wife and both my sons. It's how we stay together, it's how we do things as a family, it's how we work out. It's where we find our community and our friends. Now that's for us. But for the soldiers out there, one of the most important things is that you find something that you enjoy and that is fun to you. That way you're out there and you're doing it every day. That's how we stay fit, it's how we stay ready.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, so how was that?
Well, that was an unexpected twist, for sure. Yeah. I didn't know I was coming here to get tossed around.
Well, definitely got tossed.
Definitely a physical challenge, but as well as a mental challenge. There was a lot of paying attention and memorization and then trying to apply it, right? There was a lot of movements and things that had to happen. What I found really interesting is how much I tried to use my physical strength, and yet I was still surpassed by a technique of sorts.
Yeah, it's a very technique-based sport, right? And martial arts. So having strength, having cardio, it's all a benefit, but the number one thing is having that technique. Because typically we always want to talk about how am I going to perform when I'm worn out, when I'm under that stress, right? And we find that out once you're worn out and under that stress, doing these rounds and then getting into a real competition, that's when you find out what you actually know.
Well, I'll tell you, I feel pretty good. I think a few rounds I'd catch on.
Oh yeah?
I think I did pretty good. Yeah, I had a good time.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're not actually done just yet. I got one more thing for you, all right?
Okay.
And I think you're gonna like this one.
This guy's got a solid foot on me. In my experience, it makes him harder to get to.
So I think it's gonna be a pretty good match. You got this strong guy that's raring to go, and Major Dunn's a blue belt with some competition experience that he does very well. Hopefully he knows to just tire him out and then lay on him. All right, gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and do a simple 5-minute round. We're gonna go the whole 5 minutes. If there is a submission, you'll go ahead, stop and reset. We're not scoring any of the points, we're just going through. If you get submitted, make sure you say tap and you tap. That way no one gets hurt.
Practice that.
You guys got that? Got it. All right, let's start that timer.
Round 1.
Slap and bump.
Fight.
Here we go. Good grips, good grips.
Couple legs, single leg. Like it. All right, got him, got him. Let's go long. Punch it up.
At this point, I'm just gonna try to survive. This is going about how I thought it would, but I'm not out of it yet.
Slap and bump. All right. Work those grips, work those grips. Good. Get him.
He's so tall. Oh. Oh. At this point, I'm just trying to breathe and contemplate my life choices.
Finish him.
Oh.
That's it. Good. Great job. Good job. How do you feel now?
Oh, it's a lot of work. Oh,
Great job, man.
I'm good at cardio for like a month. It's bulking season. I do some cardio, but not like this. It's like the longest 5 minutes of my life. It's time to eat. You don't want to eat?
I got the perfect place.
Let's
Get some food. Let's get some
some food.
All right. Some food.
You're not so tough, are you? Look at you over there with that big old smile.
Plenty of time for some more.
I was gonna ask if you had enough salt and pepper, but I mean, just looking at you, yeah, you got more than enough.
He's getting you, old man.
The kids. You know, that's the other reason I stay fit? Because there's these young punks.
You can't let him beat you. What did you think when you saw him walk out on the mat?
I was pretty impressed. You can tell he has experience. But I also said, if you don't rush to failure, he was pretty good at establishing himself and trying to establish his dominance, but where were you going with it? If you establish it, try to finish it off or have a plan of attack to go along with it.
So there was something you said to me after you kicked my butt. And it connected everything for me, right? We talked about this being like chess, and jiu-jitsu, a lot like bodybuilding, is planned out. Right? I have to plan my food, I have to plan my exercise, I have to plan my recovery, I have to plan my sleep, right? And what I learned is I can't just use all my physical strength in the battle, but there also has to be a place where you find that, almost that place of peace or zen, right? Where you have to stop and think with your brain, right? I know that sounds silly, but you have to, like, because you get outside, I get in there, I found myself getting really physically involved. And then they said breathe, and I had to breathe, and that turned my brain back on. And I was like, oh, now I need to move, I need to do these things, you know, but it's planning the next step.
No, our reserve soldiers, I feel like they often get tunnel vision when they think of physical fitness, whether it's the AFT or whether it's PRT, or they see things like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and the weight room, and they can kind of get lost thinking that's not them, right? But we're showing how Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is your why. How do we help the Army Reserve soldier find their why?
Well, it's just really important to point out that you want to find something that is fun, that you enjoy, get you out there creating bonds, and then after you're done enjoying what it is that you're doing there, we can share a great meal, just like this. It's what's really getting us out there.
I got you in the gym. I introduced you to my friend, right? You got to get on the mat and roll around a bit. So what's next for you?
Well, I think it's time to talk about nutrition.
Food, fuel.
My favorite part.
So I guess what we do now is we're gonna teach the Army Reserve soldier how all of this helps support their goal. And we're gonna use you along the way.
I'm looking forward to it. Let's do this. Having said that, I still got questions. What does holistic actually mean? We did the physical, we talked about how there's a mental tie-in, but now we gotta talk about nutrition, we gotta talk about sleep. I think we got a whole lot more to learn, and I'm looking forward to it.